Hello there, friends. It's Jimmy Maverick, and welcome to 2019 springtime. And mock drafts are just starting out. We got all the players finally set. We know where they're going. We know what's happening. These teams are starting to come together. OTAs are just starting. Soon it's going to be training camp and preseason. And if you want to dominate your fantasy draft this year, you need to go to my website, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. You need to check out my app, My Perfect Fantasy Draft. This is the fourth season, the fifth season. I think this is the fifth season that I've been using this app now. And let me tell you, unprecedented success in fantasy football after using this app, because it's going to give you the critical information you need to make the right decisions on draft day. And I'm going to show you how it works. All right, this is my first draft of the season. I'm very excited. We are going to do a draft on ESPN. We're going to do a PPR draft. You can see here we got 1 minute and 45 seconds till it starts. I am going to be picking 9th in this draft. All right, so for those of you who used my app last year, you're going to see it works about the same, but I've added some critical upgrades that are really going to help you make the right decisions on draft day. So I'm going to get in there. Let's get things set up. I'm going to reset my list. And this is basically it. You got to answer 3 questions when you get onto my app. Okay, first is, how does your league score points? So we're going to choose the PPR. Then, do you want to engage Jimmy's recommended player filters? I'm going to say no this time. Normally I say yes, but I want to see all the players and I want to show you why that's important, okay? And then finally, question 3, do you want to enter draft mode? And yes, we do. So we are in a 12-team league. We are going to be picking 9th. And let's go ahead and we're going to enter draft mode. So you've got your player list right here. You all know that. You got your team filters up above. Everybody knows that. And you can see what just popped in here. All these numbered tabs. These represent each round of your draft. And all the players, when you click on the one, what you're going to see is you're going to see all the players between your first pick and your second pick. And to help you out, it's going to sort all the players by what's called the VORC score. I'm going to explain what that is in just a minute, all right? But you can go round by round here. This is my recommendations thing. I am still working on this, so I'm just going to minimize it, but you're still going to see my recommendations for the top 3 players. And down here, you've got the player list itself. So this is really going to help you on draft day. It's going to easily help you find the best players, because what this VORC score is it's a composite score of the 4 critical stats that I like to look at when I'm analyzing players. Their value, okay, so their value rank, their outlook for the upcoming season, their consistency, and their reliability. And you can see over here on this side of the draft, on this side of the list, you can see the value, outlook, reliability, and consistency scores. Based on how they do on here, they get points. And then those points are added up to a composite VORC score. So you can see Davante Adams is at the very top of the list with the highest VORC score. He gets 4 points for his value. He gets 20 points for outlook, which is as high as you can get. He gets 20 points for reliability, which is as high as you can get. And he gets 20 points for consistency, because that's as high as you can get. And you can see, because he has 5 stars, high reliability, 9 out of 10 consistency, that guy is a primo star, and you can get him in the 9th pick, all right? Now, let me just jump back here. I want to see how we're doing. The draft room is now open. Let's go into the draft room, and we will see what is happening here. So we got 2 minutes. All right. So the players are then sorted according to their VORC score. So it's not according to their expected draft position. It's not according to their value. That's what I did last year. I sorted the players by value. I feel this is a better method. It's more complete, gives you a more complete overview of the entire player, because a player could score very well on 3 out of those 4 categories, but very poorly on 1. Like, let's say it's a low reliability player. That kills his VORC score, okay? My scores are quite ruthless in the fact that if they score poorly on any of those things, it gives them negative points. And so it subtracts from other positive aspects of that player. And like I said, as we go through the draft, you're going to see how this works. But the other important thing to note here is that the second column, this LR column, okay, you'll see little shotguns and little hands on some of the players. And what those are, the shotgun is the long shot, okay? And what that means is that player has less than a 50% chance to be available when it comes time for your pick, all right? The reaches essentially are going to be the long shot players on your next round, all right? So if you like a long shot player, this is going to tell you you should probably take him here don't gamble. If you want that player, you get him now, and then you don't have to worry about it the next round about him being taken right before your next pick. All right, so let's go in here. We got 30 seconds, and I got to say the first round here is going to go very slow. Everybody takes their time on the first round. I don't know why, but you can see that my top 3 recommended players are Davante Adams, Travis Kelce, and Julio Jones. Now, I don't think I could take Travis Kelce as my first round pick. All right, I just don't think that's going to happen. Even though he scores very, very well. As you can see, his VORC score is 62 versus Davante Adams, who gets 64. And you got Julio Jones at 51, which is also, it's very good, okay? The maximum VORC score a player can get is 90 points, all right? Because you can get up to 30 points for the value. You can get up to 20 points for outlook, reliability, and consistency each, all right? So 90 points is the highest score you can possibly get. No one ever gets that high because that would be a massively undervalued player, all right? You don't ever see that. But if they got more than 40 points, that's a great player, okay? If they got 40 VORC points, typically that's a very strong player to take. But you can see here, see DeAndre Hopkins with a little shotgun next to his name? Okay, so what that means is Hopkins has less than a 50% chance of being available. But even if he was available, I don't think I would take him because Davante Adams is higher ranked, okay? So Davante Adams has a higher VORC score, so I would continue to improve that. But as we go through the list, you're going to find that there's going to be long shots and there's going to be reaches ranked higher. Oh, look, it's almost our turn. Perfect. They're going to be ranked higher than the recommended player. And so what I like to say is, if it's a long shot and they're ranked higher and they're available, take them. I mean, that's a good comparison. So you can see Davante Adams, he's right at the top of the list, and he did not get taken. I am going to go ahead and take Davante Adams with my first pick, and I'm very happy with that. PPR league, no receiver in this league is going to get more touchdowns than he is, all right? So it's going to be a quick turnaround to our next pick. So let's just go to the second round. And again, all the players between our second pick and our third pick are on this list. And look right here, the top 2 ranked, Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster, both long shots. They may or may not be available, but you can see the top 3 players to recommend: Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, and Joe Mixon. I actually do want to get a running back in this round because I did take the receiver first. So you can see Joe Mixon, he is down here. It should come back to me pretty quickly. And the other nice thing is if I want to just see the running backs for this round, I just hit the running back filter. It's going to show me Joe Mixon first, David Johnson as a long shot available next, Dalvin Cook, Damian Williams, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Devonta Freeman. All these running backs are going to be gone by my next pick. So again, I want to pick the best one. Due to my analysis, Joe Mixon gets the highest VORC score. He has, let's take a look. He gets -2 for value because we're picking him a little early. Okay, it's almost back to me. He gets 20 points for his outlook, for a 5-star outlook. He gets 10 points for reliability because he's got medium reliability. Consistency ranking 7 out of 10, so he gets 15 points for that, all right? So obviously he's not as strong as a player like Travis Kelce as far as his VORC score, but I need to get myself an elite level running back to anchor this team. Even though it's PPR, you still got to have a balanced team, right? You gotta excel in all aspects of your team. So, it is my pick. And as you can see, let's take a look here. Oh, did he get taken? No. Where is he? How am I not seeing him? Joe Mixon. He did get drafted. Oh, man, I can't believe that. But I did see David Johnson. Is he still on here? No, David Johnson got taken too. Who's next on my list? Dalvin Cook. There you go. He's going to be my first pick. Now, Dalvin Cook is a risky pick because he is because of his injury history, right? But he scores fantastic on his outlook, on his consistency. Low reliability kills him, but he does offer good value. All right, he's at least fair value. All right, so let's go on to the third round. This is going to be a long turnaround until our next pick. And you can see here, let's go back and look at the entire list of players. Patrick Mahomes is actually the top VORC scorer for this round, 51 points, but he is a long shot, so he may or may not be available. I am not usually interested in taking a quarterback this early, so I'm going to look elsewhere. But you can see we've got Stephon Diggs, Derrick Henry, Brandon Cooks as the top 3 choices for this round as far as most likely available. Now, Damian Williams is someone who I'd be very interested in getting for my team. If he is available, again, a long shot. His expected draft position is somewhere around 33. We are picking at 33, so yeah, okay, by definition, 50-50 shot that he'll be available. If he is, I will absolutely take him. But if not, I think I'll probably jump to Derrick Henry, get myself a second running back. I'm not really super interested in Diggs or Cooks, but they are good choices if you wanted to take a wide receiver here. So let's see here. How are we doing? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause until we are within 3 of our next pick. We'll see where we stand, and hopefully we'll be lucky and we'll get Williams on our team. All right, and we're back, and it's been pretty standard so far. I haven't been any real surprises. So let's pull up Damian Williams right there. And he is available, so we are going to absolutely take him. Awesome, that's great that we got him. And now it's going to be a quick turnaround to our next pick. So let's go to the 4th round here. Let's take a look at what we got. So it's recommending Mark Ingram, Philip Lindsay, James White. So this is a running back round. Absolutely, I love Ingram and Lindsay. James White's a good choice too, but I think I got to go with Ingram just for the volume because I think he's going to be in very high usage. Let's make sure that he is still available. Is he still there? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll queue him up. We'll get him on there, and let's also get Philip Lindsay, right? Pull him up. Yeah, he's still available too. Cool. All right. So we can look at who else is available, but Sony Michel, I've been burned by New England running backs so many times. I just don't trust them at all. But let's see here. There's Aaron Jones and Marlon Mack's a good choice. Derrick Henry's a good choice. And you'll see all these guys on the list. If we want to just look at running backs, and you can see Marlon Mack's a good choice. Kerryon Johnson's there, Aaron Jones, but then you got guys that I'm not really big on. Josh Jacobs, because he's a rookie. Chris Carson, injury risk. David Montgomery, another rookie, right? So they're high risk at this point, and people don't really realize that. And when you talk about a veteran who can catch balls like Mark Ingram can and can perform like Mark Ingram can, that's the kind of players you want, right? I mean, you can speculate a bit. Like I'm speculating on, Dalvin Cook. That's my speculation pick. But let's go ahead. We're going to take Ingram, and then we're back to a long lull before our next pick. So we can just go to the 5th round. Now, I certainly wouldn't mind going back to a wide receiver at this round. You can see Jarvis Landry is the player with the highest VORC score, and I think he's a fantastic choice. A great deal of 5. I mean, PPR, the guy's always been a PPR machine, right? But I think he's going to be even better with Beckham, and I think that whole the Cleveland Browns, I can't believe I'm saying it. I think they're going to be amazing this year. So I would be happy to have a piece of them, and I think Jarvis Landry is the right player at the right choice, all right? So while we're waiting, let me just give you another quick overview, some other important pieces of information you can get off of this list, all right? So you see that there's little icons next to all the players' names, and if you want to see what those mean, you can just click the legend button, but you can see that I identify things like, are they injured? Are they suspended? Do they have an upward trend in usage or a downward trend in usage? The dollar signs are about contract years, which I very much like taking contract players because I feel they have lots of upside. By the way, that's only contract years for people on their rookie contracts, all right? I made a change this year. I used to do everybody, but I tend to find that really the contract year bump really only affects those rookies because there is such a tremendous increase in pay for them that's available if they perform well that it's a huge motivator, right? Likewise, the big contract hangover, players that have signed big contracts in the off season, I tend to discount those players because I feel that they tend to underperform after they get the big payday, right? If they're a kick punt returner, that's important to know, especially if you get points for return yards. Running backs that have had over 250 or over 300 touches, and then of course the long shot and the reach icon. And then here's all the columns as well, so you can see what those mean. One other thing you can do is if you want to find out more information about a player, you can click on them and it opens up additional information, including it's going to show you their historic stats as well as their projected stats for the upcoming season, commentary, and then if you want to know how the Outlook score is calculated, it's calculated off of positive and negative criteria, which you'll see here. So you can see that Jarvis Landry received well, he has high reliability and he's undervalued. Those no longer affect the Outlook score because they affect the VORC score, so I didn't want to double count it. But you can see he's got elite wide receiver volume, which gives him +3 stars, and he plays behind a low reliability player who is Odell Beckham Jr., so that's +2 stars. So he gets +5, so he actually has 6 stars, but we've only maxed it out at 5. Let's jump back here and see how things are going. Okay, so it's still a little ways until my next pick. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause again until we're within 3, and then we'll see about grabbing Jarvis Landry for our next pick. All right, and we're back, and haven't been any big surprises, except I see someone took Vance McDonald super early. Eric Ebron super early. So obviously there's been a run on tight ends. So I think after this pick, I think for pick 6, I'm going to need to look at tight ends as far as grabbing ones. I don't want to wait too long, and I got to say that Vance McDonald is usually my favorite, and he's usually available in the 8th round. So we'll just figure that out when we get there. As far as other players that are, that we should consider, Tyler Boyd, Kenyon Drake, Evan Ingram, you can see that Tyler Boyd is still available, Kenyon Drake is still available. Jarvis Landry is there, so if Landry goes, I would definitely take Tyler Boyd. It looks like they're both available, but again, the highest VORC score for this round, Jarvis Landry. I'm going to take him as my second wide receiver. What an awesome team I have so far. Look at this. I got Dalvin Cook, Damian Williams, and Mark Ingram as my running backs. I've got Devontae Adams and Jarvis Landry as my wide receivers. That is fantastic, man. I am super happy. Let's jump to the next round here, though, because it's always such a quick turnaround. Let's go to the 6th round, and I'm sorry, I got to scroll down just a little bit here. So you can see here that it's recommending wide receivers, but let's see what tight ends. Hunter Henry, Jared Cook, O.J. Howard. Let's see who is still on the list, because it looks like there was a bit of a run. Evan Ingram is still there, and actually, whoops, sorry, I went to the wrong one. Ingram, was he supposed to go? He's a long shot. Okay, so we'll see if he makes it to my next pick. I'm betting he does not. But Jared Cook is available. Hunter Henry is available. Not sure if I want to take Hunter Henry because of the risk associated with him. But let's see here. Could I even wait another round? Let's see here. Gosh, I'm just not super thrilled, and both McDonald and Ebron are gone. So I think I'm just going to take the best available when it finally comes back to me. So I got a few more picks here that should go pretty quick. I'm just going to pause till we're within 3 and we'll take a look. All right, it started moving very quickly there all of a sudden. So, and Evan Ingram is still sitting there. If he makes it, I will take him because I like his reliability and I certainly like his outlook for the upcoming year since they got rid of OBJ, right? So he is available. I will take him with my 6th pick. 6th is usually the round that I take a tight end in. But anyway, I have been waiting longer because I usually been grabbing Vance McDonald. But again, it didn't happen this time. So let's jump to the 7th round. Let's take a look and see how things look. So the top player in the 7th round right now is Corey Davis, and I gotta say, I'm not thrilled with the Tennessee receivers. And you can see he doesn't have a very good outlook. I think he's an okay player, but I think really what we need to look at is we need to look at running backs, and there's not really any good ones here. So here's the thing, right? We're looking at this list. There's not a lot of great choices. I mean, LaShawn McCoy, who's totally washed up. Latavius Murray, who may be okay, but I just don't like his outlook right now, and I think, I think it's going to be all Kamara in that backfield this year. So I'm not real big on that. So if you get into a round like this where you don't like anybody, right? It's just like crummy players all around. I like to just jump to the next round and just see who's there, right? And if we look at running backs in the next round, there's some better choices. Now, Austin Eckler is a reach. I'm not going to reach 2 rounds to grab someone like Austin Eckler. But you got Nyheim Hines, great choice for PPR. Rashard Penny, I think also is a great choice because it's such a run-first team. I think I'm going to grab myself another running back, and I'm probably going to grab Penny. Just to again, fill out my running backs. I want to have the strongest running back core in the league. That's always my goal. And so you got to draft early and often when it comes to running backs. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put Penny, and I'm going to put Penny and Hines on my queue. And I'd like to get both, and I might be able to. So let's just see what happens here. And this should go quick because there's a lot of auto picks now. People have dropped off. But I'm very, very happy with this team right now. I got to say, if this was the team that I was bringing into my fantasy league, I'm already thrilled because I've got 3 RB1s. I mean, essentially, that's what I got. And I got a wide receiver 1, I got a solid wide receiver 2, I've got a solid tight end, maybe not one of the elites, but I think he's going to be great. So things are looking very good here. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause till we get closer because this guy's taking too long. Oh, look at this. Now it's going fast. Now it's going super fast. All right, so just had to threaten to jump off there. But something about this app that you need to know is it will be updated continuously from now until the regular football season starts, all right? So you're always going to have the latest information, and I pride myself on trying to give you the most accurate idea as to when players are going in the draft, because that's a critical piece of information to have to know when you need to take a player. Not so much who you should take, but when you should take them. Are you taking them too early? Because, again, it's just as bad to take a player too early as it is to wait too long and then for him to be gone, right? I mean, those are both negative things. You want the right player at the right time, and that's what my app is designed to do. It's designed to find you that player. So you have a very high probability of getting them each round. So, of course, Team Moore is taking his darn time here. There we go. A couple autos, and back to me. All right, so Penny is there. Penny's my 4th running back. Perfect bench position there. I love that. And we're going to cycle around very quickly back to me here. And again, I wanted Nyheim Hines as well. I will absolutely take him. Again, awesome. I have 5 running backs right now, 2 classy wide receivers, 1 solid tight end. This is a great team, all right? Now, I think we really need to start looking at, for the next round, sorry, jumped on the wrong one again. Let's go to the 9th round, and let's look at quarterbacks because we really need to get ourselves a quarterback. And I think Jared Goff is a really nice choice, and you can get him, and I should be able to get him. So let's just go, and I'm just going to go to quarterbacks, and there he is. He is still there. Now, there's guys ahead of him. You got Drew Brees, you got Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. We'll see how those guys, if they actually make it to my pick. I don't really like any of them. I mean, Carson Wentz I like, but I think he's got too many health issues. And Prescott, actually, I do like. I feel he's a super efficient player. I think he's kind of like an Alex Smith kind of player, though, and so he's not great for fantasy, but I think he's definitely has upside on that team this year. But I think Jared Goff is going to be the most likely option here. Kyler Murray, the rookie quarterback, never ever take a rookie quarterback. Don't even bother. I don't buy the hype. I don't buy it. It's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. And then, and plus, these guys are all much later. Look at their draft rankings. So those are guys you can get in later rounds. But in this group, again, Drew Brees, he is not the Drew Brees that we've known for all these years. The past 2 years, he's been one of the lowest pass attempts in the league have been the Saints. They're a run-first team. They're run-first. You're just not going to get the volume out of there. He's not going to throw that ball 650 times a year like he used to. He's now going to throw that ball maybe 500, maybe, probably less. All right? So stay away from him. And look, someone took him, right? All right, it's coming back to me very quickly. Someone else got taken. All right, and look at that. Jared Goff, still available. Thank you very much. That's my quarterback. I'm very happy with that. Solid QB1. And it's going to cycle back to me very quickly. So let's look at the next round. And you can see here, I do like the idea of getting another wide receiver at this point. Mohamed Sanu is a solid choice. James Washington is also a good choice with upside. I like the upside there. And because I don't really have any shares of Pittsburgh, I think I'm going to have to grab Washington. So it is back to me. So let's just type him in. James Washington, where are you? There he is. We will go ahead and we will take him. Very nice. Our third wide receiver. All right. So let's jump here. So again, you know, when you get in these later rounds, it's like it's so hard to see who is actually the best player, right? If you still believe in Tom Brady, this round is the round you want to take him. Let's see here. Are we? Yeah, we're in round 11. That's right. I didn't get off there. Okay. Curtis Samuel, Carolina wide receiver. That would also be a nice choice. Mecole Hardman. That's a guy with serious upside, man. With the problem with Tyreek Hill's having. Oh, man, it's such a huge opportunity. Let's look at the running backs, though. I want to see if, okay. Darrell Henderson as a reach. I think I probably wait for him for next round to see if he's available. But certainly if Todd Gurley's injury issues persist into this season, this is the guy that's going to benefit the most. I definitely want to get him on my team. Carlos Hyde, not really a guy I'm interested in. I don't think he's any threat to Damian Williams for that position. It is coming back to me rather quickly here. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have to grab another wide receiver. I think I'm going to have to grab Curtis Samuel. I think that's, again, a great choice as my fourth wide receiver. And let me just make sure. Oh, there he is. He's right there. I'm going to cue him up. All right. So we'll see if he makes it to me. He may be gone. It's very, very close. But we'll see what happens. Let's see what running backs are still available. Right. So yeah. Oh, Deion Lewis is great, but he's going to be gone by the time he gets to me. You know, you got down to Foreman, man, and Royce. You know, I mean, none of these guys do anything for me here. So I think we're just going to wait. So let's go back. Come on, Curtis, make it back to me. And we got all auto picks, so this should go very quickly after 210 Punishers takes his selection. Hopefully he won't take the full minute and a half. And he is just going to take that full minute and a half. Let me pause real quick. All right, he finally went, and he made it. Awesome. Right at the top of the list. I can't believe that happened. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll draft Curtis Samuel. All right, so now we got 4 wide receivers. We got how many running backs? 5 running backs? All right. So now is the time when we need to start speculating, right? I mean, we need to find high upside players. Look, Mecole Hardman's still there. I'm very happy with my wide receivers. Let's look at the running backs. Is Darrell Henderson still? He is. You know what? I'm going to take him here. It's a little early, but you know, as far as this being the 12th round, I think he's a fine choice. Again, with serious upside. So we'll go ahead and we'll take Darrell Henderson there. And we'll come around to the 13th round. And we will look as far as... Now, Adrian Peterson, if he makes it back around, I would definitely take him. Darius Geis is behind schedule on his recovery. Adrian Peterson was signed to a two-year deal. They did that for a reason, all right? So they want him to be the man. I don't think he's going to be an every week starter like he was last year. You know, he was the RB17 last year. The guy's old, but I think he's got value. He's got value early in the season for sure. And like I said, just one more feather in my cap for this running back core, all right? So we'll see if he makes it back to us. There he is. I'm just going to cue him up. There's other guys here. Hyde, I'm not really interested. Thompson, injury risk. Bernard, no. Riddick, no. Those guys have had shrinking roles. Jamal Williams, again, he's just a backup. Ito Smith. Jalen Samuels is a possibility as a backup to Connor. I like that. Ito Smith is a possibility. Backup to Devonta Freeman. Those guys, especially Freeman has injury issues. Kellen Ballage is, a backup to Kenyon Drake, right? So, anyway, I'm not really interested in those guys per se. They're mostly handcuffs. But Adrian Peterson has a chance to be starter week 1, right? So that's who I want to take. So I'm going to go ahead and take AP. All right. So now is the bench full now, or do we got one more bench slot? I have one more bench slot. Let's go. Let's run to the 14th round here, and let's take a look. Okay, so we've got quarterbacks, we got defenders. This is the time of the year. Time of the draft when things really thin out. There's not a lot here that's not defenses or quarterbacks. So let's kind of see who's available. And it is back to me, by the way. So let's just take a quick scan. And you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab myself one more running back. So let's just take, let's go ahead and take Samuels. All right, so again, I always save my final 2 picks for my defense and my kicker. Again, you're still going to find good choices here. And if, as far as what defenses I'm looking at this year, I love New England and I love Dallas. They both have great early season schedules. I tend to stream defenses anyway, but these guys are cheap and they are almost always available at the end of your draft. Don't spend a lot of draft capital to get someone like Minnesota or the Rams or the Chargers. There's a bunch that always go earlier. You don't need to, right? So there's the Patriots, and Dallas is even lower. I mean, they're just there's Dallas. I mean, it's super easy to get one of those two. Just look at the matchups for the first 3 weeks. You'll love it. And of course, Patriots play in the easiest league in the NFL, so easiest division. So, they're not going to have any problems. So, all right, it's coming back to us. So I'm just going to pause it, and I'll tell you what, I'm just going to pick my final 2 picks, and then I'll come back and we'll just kind of wrap up. All right, man, the draft is all done. I got to say, I'm very, very happy with this team. I would love to bring this team into the fantasy football season this year because I think this would be a winner. But let's just kind of recap, right? So let's look. Running backs, who do I got? Dalvin Cook, Damian Williams, Mark Ingram, Rashad Penny, Nyheim Hines, Darrell Henderson, Adrian Peterson, Jalen Samuels. That's a hell of a running back core, all right? Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Jarvis Landry, James Washington, Curtis Samuel. Again, rock solid. I love it. Quarterback, Jared Goff. Tight end, Evan Ingram. And then I grabbed the Patriots defense, and I grabbed Adam Vinatieri at the end. Again, I love this team. And let me tell you what, man. You need to go to my website, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. Sign up for a free account. You can try out the app for free. Now, it only allows you to utilize the standard points list on the free app. So, go into ESPN or go to Yahoo, try a mock draft. It's with standard points, and see how you do. I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised. The way the app is set up is it's designed to give you those critical pieces of information you need when you are in a live draft like I was in. And I basically got every player that I wanted, except for one. I didn't get Mixon, right? I wanted Mixon. He got picked earlier than I would than was expected. It happens, right? It's going to happen in every fantasy draft you're in. But again, nearly every single player that I wanted was available when I wanted it. All right. So please check it out. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. This is Jimmy Maverick, and like and subscribe. All right. If you liked it, I'm going to be posting a lot more of these through the course of the preseason. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.